be sure to check out my Discord channel. Link is in the description. So as we all know, Orochi right now is kind of in a bad spot right now. He's kind of useless, if I have to say so myself. I have played with him a couple of games. Back in the day, I used to win 9 out of 10 with him or something, because I guess we didn't know the game that well. But now, everybody having these cool moves that people have to just move with, react with, and all that kind of good shit. And just overall having faster attacks. The Orochi is the Orochi. People have been saying I say Orochi weird, but doesn't matter. Of all the characters, he's way at the bottom. So he's classed useless. I mean, yeah, you can still get some wins, but it mostly relies on just your enemy attacking and you being able to counter him. And even then, sometimes you can't guess it right. So for example, Shaman with her just crazy ass attacks with her soft feints, her guard breaks, her almost undodgeable shove if she like feints it. It's a hard world in For Honor, especially for the characters that don't have any of these moves. My solution kind of this is, and my thoughts on what I think they will do with Orochi in the next patch, is they're gonna give him a kick. Now, why kick is because in the campaign, one of the Orochi bosses that you have to fight with Raider has a kick, and it's already in the game. The animation's in the game and the effect is in the game, so I mean, I feel like they will add this kick, and then also the Orochi will be able to make a combo with that, like do a confirmed light or a possible heavy or a guard break or just some feints out of that. Because what I feel like that every character needs is soft feints. Like, give the Orochi some faster lights from the side and give him some soft feints with his normal heavies. Also, maybe a soft feint out of guard break. And I feel like also give him this Raider-like guard break when he dashes forward, that only with forward, doesn't have to be with the sides. Maybe you could give that to Orochi, that would be nice, but I feel like only when he dashes forward, give him that extra like guard break potential, like reach and stuff that he can have, because he already has that, but I feel like it isn't intentional, so it doesn't feel that it is the way it's supposed to be. So I feel like they should just make it like it is the way it needs to be, like Raider has it. But Raider has it at every like angles. I feel like Orochi needs to have it only with his forward dash. It just feels like that would work the best. Now I think developers are working on them like with a mindset of they have to be able to consistently beat Shaman. They've created Shaman as the top tier character, so they know they have to build around Shaman. And that's what they're doing right now. They're thinking, which moves can we implement to these characters so he stands a chance against Shaman, which is a good thing. But now zone attack, they're easier to react upon now with the new update they've released a few days or weeks ago. You almost see the full animation of it. So now even Peacekeeper's zone attack is a little bit better to parry, even though it's still, you know, ridiculous. But not a lot of people are playing Peacekeeper right now. Like, it's 70% Shaman. Why? Because it's just the best character in the game. She has all of the moves. She can soft feint out of everything. She got shoves and pushes and kicks. She got everything. It's the full package, and she's one of the only ones that has the full package that can do everything. If one mix-up doesn't work, change it up to another one. Her soft feints, the guard break with her unblockable, man, fuck that, man. It's so weird how it looks. Like, you think you're gonna parry, but then she soft feints it into a guard break, and you can't counter the guard break because you already initiated an attack, even though your attack didn't start yet. But still, it's how it is. And that's very strong. And I feel like they will give this to Orochi too, and I feel like all characters should get it. Like a soft feint, the guard break, it really mixes the game up. It changes the game because there's more to think about than just parrying the attacks, if you mix it up, of course. And I feel like every character should get this. Just soft feint from heavy to light, soft feint from heavy to guard break. It just makes more sense than just pressing B, because that pressing B slows everything down and telegraphs it. It telegraphs that you're feigning and you know something else is coming. A soft feint just comes at you directly, which I feel like is the future of For Honor. It's just soft feint. Soft feint is faster, and it makes you think more, and you need to be more awake. You need to be awake to react on these things, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the way they should go, and I think they will go that way. And if they don't go that way, well, then that just makes them pretty stupid. If they're gonna keep that normal feint game, they should change it up, because if you give it to a few characters, you should give it to all of them. That's just how it is. I mean, I'm not talking about the cool moveset, I'm just talking about the basics, like the soft feint. Soft feint is a basic. We should not see this as a feature in just a few characters. We should see it as a basic move that's just normal, like a normal feint. Orochi still has that Riptide Strike, but I feel like the Riptide Strike is way too slow, because a lot of characters can already recover from just a heavy feint, like, you know, when you press B, like you heavy feint and then light attack. Like a lot of characters can already like just recover. They recover, like they press heavy to, you know, parry your attack, but you feinted it, so they cancel their attack and your light is just too slow. Like, it's, why is this? Like, you outplay him, but then he can still recover. Like, that shouldn't be there. That's why I feel soft feint should come, and speed has to be increased with the attacks. Every character is getting faster and faster. Like, it's just how it is. It's how it's meant to be. I just feel like they should keep speed a little bit limited for the console players, just because of the frame limit. I don't know, I'm not speaking for the console players because I haven't played it on console, but I know more people are playing it on console than on PC. I feel every character in the end is going to have a mix-up of very slow attacks with a lot of damage, and very fast attack with minimal damage. So, for example, Shaman's unblockable. By the way, every character should get an unblockable and a shove, every character, but that will become standard later once all characters are patched. Without talking about that slow attack, like for example Shaman, her zone attack is very slow, and that makes you think a lot when to parry, and it sets up a lot of mistakes, and potentially, you know, doing a good soft feint will even make it look like you're going through with the attack, and you can just punish a person for that. So you have to be awake, because she can go all ways with it. Not only just going through, she can go for guard break, she can go for a bleed attack. She can go all ways with the soft feints, and every character should be able to do that with a slow attack. They've done this with recently with, you know, with the updated characters with Kensei. Kensei has a very slow top heavy. He can go through with that and do an okay amount of damage, or he can soft feint with a light attack, heavy attack, or just with that shove that they've added. And this changed up everything with Kensei. Like, we gave him a shove and soft feints, and there you go, he's already almost at the top. Like, I mean, you see what that does for a character. It should be standard. Of course, I should still be very original with it, very creative with it, you know, by giving different animations to characters for their soft feints. Shouldn't be the same as everyone else, but you get where I'm going. And I mean, we have to admit that changes it up. Also with Berserker, his double X top unblockable is also not the fastest. I mean, the animation itself looks slow, but the attack comes fast, which also tricks it a little bit. I think it can be soft feinted to a dash. I've done it myself. I think you can dash out of it and then just go from a light attack from the left or right. I feel like Orochi should be able to do that as well. Like, do like, for example, a top heavy, but that comes slow, so he can then dash left and right and do a light attack, like, but faster. His light attacks should be faster. It's pretty slow. Like, his dash attacks, it's so slow. And his left and right light attack, just make it faster, make it more like he can actually do something with it. Like when the soft feint matters. Like when you soft feint with Orochi, if they would just implement soft feint only, you would do that with Orochi. His light attack would come so slow, it just look like, what the fuck? This isn't the feint anymore. Or the attack should be super fast, or it should be super slow. Like, you cannot make a middle of it, because parrying, like, getting used to those attacks is the same. But once you are doing very slow attacks or very fast attacks, it's harder to start reacting on it and start parrying on command, because out of those slow attacks can come something different than just an attack. You know, it can be soft feinted, or it can go through. And that makes you think, because trying to parry right now against most of characters doesn't get you punished. Like, you can always just try to go for the parry and then just cancel your attack and block the next incoming attack with most of characters. It's gonna be fun. Once every character can do these mix-ups, it's gonna be so fun, because everybody needs to be awake to react on it and know what's coming, and should think, what should I do now? Once that's there, I think farmer will be in a very good state and all characters will be used. I just don't see how they will do it with heavies. I mean, actually, they could do it very easily because heavies are already slow. I mean, talking about heavies as characters. I mean, if they can mix up with all of their shit, that would look cool. And if they add some cool animations and everything. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts and what I think they're gonna do. I'm almost 100% sure they will add like the kick from the campaign. There is just no other way. They will do this. Like they will give Orochi that kick, I'm sure, and add and give him the soft feints like they will do with everyone. But let me know your guys' opinion, your guys' thoughts. Tell me what you think in the comments down below. I really want to see, I want to discuss it, and I want to just know what everybody's thoughts are. So if you want to do that, that would be nice. And I'll see you guys in the next video or in the Discord. Because it's actually doing very well, and I'm very happy that I have this little community that I can communicate with, and a place where I can be when I am out of inspiration and if I want to play something and relax. So be sure to check it out, and I see you guys then, or the next video, or in Discord. Alright, bye. Again, without a real proper outro.